For a long time, I played a lot of video games. By that I mean, it's basically all I did. I would come home, grab any game that fit the mood at the time, and just play till my heart's content. I suppose that video games just filled a desire for a challenge that I had when I was younger. And the best part of all was that if I ever died in the game, there was always just a new save file to open. There was no risk, but a lot of reward. But while this worked for a while, I started to notice some cracks in the system. Around the time I got into high school, classes started to get harder, and I couldn't just do a lot of work at school and then coast by and do whatever I wanted when I got home. But I didn't want to give this life up. I mean, at that point, that was all I had known. I'd been doing it for so long that I'd gotten comfortable with it and I liked it. But I had a need that needed to be filled. I needed to get this work done. So I had to change. And in my opinion, I think I made the right decision. And I went on to do amazing in school. I mean, let me tell you, straight A's, awards, all my friends calling me smart. It was a nerd's paradise. But I started to notice faults in my system, just like before. All I ever did was work. I'd make a to-do list, and I'd make it reasonable. I'd maybe put 3 or 4 things on there per day. And by the time that I finished them, maybe around 5 o'clock, maybe 6, I'd take stuff from the next day and just put it on my to-do list for that day. And I kept doing it, and I didn't stop, and I'd work faster and faster and harder and smarter and in any way, shape, or form just to get more done and do it better and on and on. And I don't think that that was a bad thing. I don't think it's bad that I got a lot of work done. But in the end, I'd look at my to-do list and there's nothing left on it. No papers to write, no math problems to solve, no anything at all. And I'd be stumped. I mean, I was blessed with free time again. I'd come all the way full circle back to where I was in middle school. But the only difference this time was that I didn't have anything to do with that free time. But it wasn't all bad. The free time actually helped me realize something that I didn't notice. I realized that I didn't know what I liked to do anymore. See, since I spent so many hours just hammering away at essay after reading project, after math homework, after everything, every class that I took for years, I got to the end of it and I realized that I had forgotten those things I enjoyed. All I knew was to do work, and in some sense I enjoyed that, but I forgot how to, or what it was that I enjoyed outside of getting things done. I needed a reminder that held significance, something that reminded me of what I enjoyed, reminded me of where I came from. And I got it. But then my mind played tricks on me. It told me that I didn't actually like it. It told me that it wouldn't be as fun as it used to be, or that I was wasting my time and everyone was already ahead of me. I was so far behind. Why would I spend my time like this? It told me every single thing it could think of up until I heard that music again. The nostalgia was unprecedented. This was the first game that I had ever truly beat. It was the first game that took me through the whole story and left me with a surreal feeling of accomplishment at the end. And sure, the graphics are pretty bad and the boat's kind of slow, but it was my first game and it held a lot of meaning to me. And that instant, that moment that I started the game, and that I watched the first cutscene, and that I pressed A, it reminded me of what I enjoyed and why. Not as the middle school kid who would waste his life away if given the opportunity, but rather as the, at least, somewhat more matured individual who understood moderation. So I played, maybe for an hour or so, just getting my bearings straight after such a long hiatus. And after that time, I stopped and went to bed. Thank you very much for watching. This is the first video I'm producing, and I hope that you liked it. I'll see you next time.